Good morning to you. I hope you are well. As you can see, I've got quite the wet weather day today. It's very cold, very rainy, but I absolutely have to plant that rose today. So we are definitely doing that if we do nothing else. But I also have a little visitor that I wanted to introduce you to. So let's go and do that now. So this is little Pippa. If you've been with me on the channel for a little while, you will recognize Pippa. She's come to stay several times. Her family's just out of town at the moment, so she's holidaying here. And as you can see with how she's just tucked in here with a little nose underneath, it is, yes, a very cold, rainy day today. So she is snuggled up. It is still quite early in the morning, so she's definitely not ready to face the world. But yes, we've got Pip for a few days, so you may see her, hopefully more of her, later on in the video. But at the moment, we're all still quite snuggled up for the morning. I think I'm just going to make myself a cup of tea and maybe have some breakfast, and then we'll see what the weather is doing. Alright, it has just stopped raining. We're in a little brief interlude of some light sort of cloud cover here. They do forecast rain for pretty much the rest of the today, and then tomorrow is supposed to be worse. So popping out very, very quickly to try and get this rose in. I'm actually quite nervous about leaving it in the pot any longer, given that it is actually starting to sort of get all its branches and hopefully leaves soon. So I kind of want it to be in its forever home. I will also say I'm actually not feeling the best at the moment. I'm feeling quite poorly. I think I'm maybe getting a bit of a cold, unfortunately. So today's video is probably going to be a little bit shorter because I'm going to be taking it easy and probably not doing too much. But yes, we've had quite a number of downpours already this morning. Ooh, one of the pumpkin flowers is open, which is not super helpful because I don't think any other ones are open. But I've got Mum here who is going to assist with planting the rose. Because the spot is very awkward. She's making fun of me. She's making fun of a sick person. You should feel I've said to her I will treat her to a delicious lunch. But yes, so you can see Mum's just depositing the rose potting mix just down there, because that is where the rose is going to go. So we're just going to prepare the space and then dig the hole. If you've been following along with the rose project, you'll know that basically what we will do is we're going to dig a hole and then we'll make a little mound of soil in the middle, and then we'll kind of place the rose on top of the mound, so that the roots are all facing down, and then obviously backfill it with dirt and then sort of water it. It is, as I said, raining today, but I do want to make sure that it's getting enough water to help it settle in. So that is the plan. Gosh, don't these mini roses look gorgeous? They're quite stunning with the water droplets on them. Like, look at that. Like little crystals. So this is the rose in question that we're planting today. And you can see all of its little growth points here already starting. We've got another quite large one down here. And there's, yeah, quite a number already sort of coming out, which is great. I just really want to get it in its forever home. I need to loosen that a bit so I can move it down. I cannot do that one-handed. But yeah, so we'll try and get that in its forever home today. And sorry, I should have said, this is the Sweet Laguna climbing rose. It's got really pretty pink blooms on it. The other rose that we planted a week or maybe 2 weeks ago now was the Cinderella climbing rose. Little Pippa is up and out, smelling the breeze. Finally got her out of bed this morning. So hopefully you can see, we've got the little hole there with the mound and the rose ready to go in. So basically similar to what we would do normally with potting plants, we're just going to get it out of the pot. There is a line, like a dirt line, from where it was originally planted and growing. So we will try and get the depth right to make sure we're planting it deep enough that it covers the dirt line. So that is the rose there. Try to take it out as gently as possible. And then, as I said, we'll try and plant it deep enough that the original dirt line is buried under the dirt. And we're just reusing the soil that was already in the pot that it was sort of healing over in, because it was already rose potting mix. So you can see there, holding it in place. And Mum's just positioned the roots over the mound so that they're all facing down. And then just gently adding all the soil in until it is buried up to that dirt line. Okay, so final rose is now in, and we've also got a beautiful little patch of sunlight coming through. So this is the rose here. You can see we've obviously made it quite close to the fence so that it can run up the fence. We've also made sure that it is close to one of the irrigation points to make sure that it is getting water. And that is it. Finally, both of them are in their forever homes. So I hope they are both very, very happy. Now we'll kind of just see what the weather brings today. As I said, I'm not feeling 100%. So we'll see how the day progresses. Little gardening buddy Pip. And just very quickly, just to show you the rose potting mix that we use the Osmocote one. It's just a premium potting mix for rose, gardenia and azaleas. So yeah, if you ever wondered, that is the potting mix that we use for pretty much all of our roses, including the mini roses. And I'll just use it to like top up soil and all that sort of thing. I think it's the right pH for roses. Mum has suggested also, while we've got a very brief, it looks like it's about to absolutely bucket down, very brief break in the rain. Oop, it's starting now. We're just replanting some of the turmeric rhizomes and a few of the ginger ones. Mum, could you just hold one up, like a little turmeric one up? So just so you can see, that is kind of what it looks like. It's got some of the roots. So you would have seen the other day when I was prepping them for freezing, I just knocked off some of those. So we're just replanting them back into the pots here. So turmeric's at the back here and ginger's at the front. Ooh, and it's starting to rain.
I'm putting some turmeric in here.
Yeah. We've run out of room in the back pot, so Mum's just popping some in there. You see the rain has started again. Had that very brief little interlude of sunshine. Oh, I'm so unbelievably pleased that we got that rose in. And then we've got the little few bits of ginger and turmeric. Turmeric is pretty much done now, replanted for next year's harvest. But I do want to replant a little bit more ginger, so we'll have to add to the ginger pot in the next couple of weeks or so. But it's basically as easy as that, really just burying them under the soil again, and I don't do too much with them now until next year. But we will sort of prep. I'm still in the drying process with the ginger and turmeric that we recently harvested. So once I feel like it's ready for freezing down, I'll definitely share that process with you. Ooh. The rain is here and the storm is coming through. It is absolutely blowing a gale now. Oh well, definitely got some gardening jobs done there. So yeah, I might have a chat to you later. I'm going to go inside and get dry because we both got drowned a little bit. But yeah, it's definitely starting to rain quite heavy. The rain is continuing, and I have just placed an online order for a very delicious lunch, takeaway lunch for Mum and I said I would treat her to lunch today, and given that I'm feeling poorly and it is a very rainy, cold, windy day, it's definitely the day for cozy lunches. So there's a place here called Grills that do really delicious like burgers and chips and that. So that is what I have ordered for lunch. So we're just going to go and pick that up now and then probably come back, get all cozy and comfortable on the couch. I've actually been watching Murderbot on Apple TV with Alexander Skarsgård, and I'm halfway through that series at the moment. So I definitely think just some relaxing on the couch is in order this afternoon, given this rain has not really let up. I do apologise for earlier, sort of the quick ending to the gardening section of the vlog, but it did start to rain quite heavy, so both Mum and I were keen to get out of the wild weather and just get everything sort of popped away, all the you know, gardening tools and such. So yeah, we're going to head into the car now. We've just taken Pip outside to go to the restroom before that, and we're going to go and get a delicious lunch. All right, so the goods are secured. Looks absolutely incredible. We've got burgers and fries. They do such good gluten-free buns here. And I just do like the build your own burger with like bacon and egg and avocado, and it's all lovely. So now that we've picked these up, we're just gonna head home, and as I said, I'm probably just gonna get very, very cozy on the couch and continue watching my TV series. All right, I am home. I am on the couch. I'm all cozy, and I'm about to turn the TV on and continue watching Murderbot and hopefully finish that series off, and probably make myself a cup of tea and just try and just relax and rest a bit this afternoon, in the hope that maybe tomorrow I wake up and I'm feeling better. So apologies, I think this video is probably very, very short today, but with the rain and just, yeah, me feeling a little bit poorly, unfortunately, just wasn't the one for all the gardening content today. But I will definitely see you next week for, no doubt, some gardening content. I really want to do my sort of big August garden tour. There's going to be a lot of changes, a lot of new growth and all of that. So maybe we'll do that next week. All right, thank you so much, as always, for joining me, and I'll see you then. Bye.